Ladies and gents, this is Trump used this to capture Maduro. To account from Venezuelan security guard loyal to Nicolás Maduro who recalls what happened the night Delta Force captured Maduro. So we have a witness testimony of the shit that happened. First of all, why is this first ever frame show some kind of a laser beam coming out of the boat? Oh my god, I'm excited. Did they use laser weapons? Let's do this one.
Laser? Wait, what? Take a look at this. So one of the security guards that was loyal to Nicolás Maduro has come forward and they have told their story of what it was like when America attacked. The security guard. On the day of the operation, we didn't hear anything coming. We were on guard, but suddenly all of our radar systems shut down without any explanation. The next thing we saw were drones. A lot of drones flying over our positions. We didn't know how to react. Interviewer, so what happened next? After the drones appeared—
See what I said? They got caught with their pants down. Modern military, however modern it is, if they don't have experience, does that matter? Like if you just, oh, I don't know what to do. If you can't react, what good is your military, right? So experience matters.
Some helicopters arrived, but there were very few. I think barely 8 helicopters. From those helicopters, soldiers came down, but a very small number. Maybe 20 men, but those men were technologically very advanced. They didn't look like anything that we had fought before. And then the battle began.
You know those night vision with 4, like quadruple, what is it called? Binocular, quadruple, oh, I don't know, whatever. Those 4 things, right? They gives you this like a very wide vision. They were probably wearing that shit. Oh my god, I hope they were wearing that. Imagine that dark helicopter just comes down. Those like advanced, like straight out of fucking Call of Duty or Advanced Warfare. The 4 things and oh my god. Imagine what Scar H or something? What gun did they use? Probably some shit like that, right?
Yes, but it was a massacre. We were hundreds, but we had no chance. They were shooting with such precision and speed, it seemed like each soldier was firing 300 rounds a minute. We couldn't do anything. Oh my god. Is this Warhammer lore? Yeah, exactly. And then your own weapons, didn't they help? No, they did not help at all, because it wasn't just the weapons. At one point, they launched something. I don't know how to describe it. It was like a very intense sound wave. Suddenly, I felt like my head was exploding from the
Fuck you, no way. Why did nobody talk about this? They're using sound waves to fuck with people's mind. I mean, this feels perfectly the technology US would use. Fighting US military is like fighting an alien. Because the shit they would use, like that would baffle most people. Oh, I love this. This is what I was feeling, right? I couldn't put it in words, but when I realized like they invaded, Delta Force invaded Venezuela, I was thinking all these things. Some kind of an awesome technology, not some conventional shit like how they show in TV show, no, like shit like this.
Inside. We all started bleeding from the nose. Some were vomiting blood. We fell to the ground, unable to move. And your comrades, did they manage to resist? No, not at all. Those 20 men, without a single casualty, killed hundreds of us.
What? This happened? Delta Force just killed hundreds of people, took Maduro and walked away. Holy shit. This is kind of fucked up, but like when I realized that casualties were like non-existent, I thought nobody died, but people told me like now that's from US side. So I was saying, okay, a few probably died. Hundreds died? This is like straight out of X-Files, isn't it? Scully and like, both of them are just walking around. And suddenly bright lights, sound, and their heads start to hurt, aliens are here type of shit. This is that.
We had no way to compete with their technology, with their weapons. I swear I've never seen anything like it. We couldn't even stand up after the sonic weapons or whatever it was. Oh my god. You know what they should do? They should play this interview as a recruitment ad for the United States military. Those 20 men without a single casualty killed hundreds of us. We had no way to compete with their technology, with their weapons. I'd never seen anything like it. We couldn't even stand up after the sonic weapon or
what if Delta Force comes out and say, what sonic weapon? We just went there, probably some bombshell dropped or something. They just pissed their pants. I don't know what happened. They just saw us and just cried. What if that happens? That would be so fucking embarrassing.
whatever it was. So do you think the rest of the region should think twice before confronting the Americans? Without a doubt. I'm sending a warning.
Who the region? Who the fuck even thinks that someone can stand up to USA in the region, let alone somewhere else?
To anyone who thinks they can fight the United States. They have no idea what they're capable of. After what I saw, I never want to be on the other side of that again. They're not to be messed with. And now that Trump has said Mexico is on the list, do you think the situation will change in Latin America? Definitely. Everyone is already talking about this. No.
What the fuck does that mean? Trump said Mexico is on the list. Mexico was literally helping USA about this. In which way on the list? I mean, Trump and the president of Mexico is on good terms, right? Like they literally have a treaty. They were like doing these things together. Which way on the list? I don't understand that.
No one wants to go through what we went through. Now everyone thinks twice. What happened here is going to change a lot of things, not just in Venezuela, but throughout the region. There's a laser? Wait, what?
But hold on, are you telling me this laser somehow worked as a sonic weapon that disabled entire areas? I don't believe that, because if that's the case, this would have much wider range and civilians would be caught. No, civilians said like we are fucked. So obviously the laser is there. We know what that is, laser weapon. Like I've seen a lot of sandbox videos. But in which way they use this laser? For what? Because they didn't have to fight anything on the ocean, right? They literally use boats as a command center to just attack. Did they fry electronics using this? Like we see those bomb blasts and we assume they took out satellites, but maybe those were just distraction. Maybe they use this to just fry out all the electronics. Because none of this information was like, I never heard of it. I'm literally watching this video and realizing they did all this sonic weapon and all this advanced shit. So America doesn't give out details what they did. People just assume things. But this is the detail. So they won't be so far-fetched that they use this laser as a radiation weapon to destroy electronics.
Oh my god! A 60 kilowatt class directed laser energy developed by Lockheed Martin.
What is it called? Helios or something? There's multiple of them.
Oh my god. And this is what they
somebody said Helios, right? It's Helios.
Felt comfortable even showing. They literally spin in the Space Marines and the Psychers to fucking mind control and blow up the brains of these other people. Like this actually.
I love how he's bringing Warhammer up, because it's so awesome. Space Marines, Psychers fucking up with their mind. Usually all this like mythologies and shit is like overblown things of the real world. Warhammer is so insane, there can't be an overblown things of a real world. But apparently it is, because that's how America looks. I can envision America one day becoming like, Imperium of Man, right? Is that what you say? Imperium, basically. Right? Emperor of mankind, some US president. There you go. I can envision that level of technology.
Actually was a Warhammer 40K operation. Other people.
This beam is insane. Like Helios is insane. There are multiple. US has multiple of them. Many countries are doing this, but US is kind of like ahead because obviously China's trying this as well. But again, my point at the start, China is way good at technology. Great. But how much experience China has? Like Venezuelan cars, like I don't know how to react. Now there is no comparison between US and like anyone from Venezuela. But still, they were like, I don't know how to react. Even an advanced military would get caught off guard. While US has been in some kind of war or conflict forever. Their people are constant. Their Delta Force is experienced. Their SEAL teams are experienced. Everyone's experienced. They're like, yeah, we did this 10 years ago. We're doing it again. China is really inexperienced. And I'm talking about China because the US and China is the only top players you think about. There is Russia, but Russia technology-wise is not doing that great because they don't have much money, right? Russia has been in conflict just like USA for a long time, but they don't have much technology now, right? So we only have China as money-wise. China left against USA. China doesn't have experience. So like, is there anything that can even come up to like USA? No, it's not. I don't believe it is. All right, well, that was Trump used this to capture. Okay, this makes everything sense. Why Trump is being so gung-ho? If you have this kind of power and technology, because Trump probably knows. Trump knows everything. That's how presidency go. Right? He's a president. He's getting debriefed what technology we have. Trump saw like sonic weapons, laser weapons, There's some spaces from Area 51, some kind of weapon that people don't even know about. He's like, yeah, fuck it. I'm going to attack everything. Now everything makes sense. Right, well, I'll see you next time.